The downside to Josh and me recording this video separately before he pieces it together after the fact is that I wasn't able to tell him that in order for a lineup to do well, it can't just be the pitchers that perform. Josh, we need the bats as well, fella. So let's see if we can pull off a midweek miracle on Wednesday night. You're watching the perfect lineup where Josh Engleman and myself every single day look to take down a tournament with two pitchers here, one stack, and of course allowing the single lineup sims to do the rest of the work. If you think this content's helped you, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that thumbs up. It's all free to do. And if you guys are looking to get a free week of the MLB Sims all to yourself, leave a comment down below. Let us know who you think the top scoring stack is going to be tonight. And if you're right, it may just be coming your way. But there's more. In all seriousness, this is the last MLB sale we'll be doing of the season. It is 30 days away from the start of the NFL season on September 4th, which means here it is, 30% off any monthly MLB subscription that is core or max. And we rarely ever discount Sims Max packages. So MLB monthly, any package for the month, 30% off with promo code 30 days. Use that link in the description. Click that. It'll take you there. Type in 30 days at checkout for any monthly MLB package, and you are riding all the way up till the start of the NFL season. Of course, this is the last sale we'll do, but the contests for MLB are still really significant, despite the fact that we're closing in on football. Let's kick it off with our SP1. Laffy, are you seriously going to a 60% on George Kirby tonight? You're damn right I am, fellas. You have to. Look, I'm already a George Kirby truther through and through. We know that, and that can make for a tough life sometimes. But what do you expect me to do here tonight? The White Sox have a 3.3 team total in the most pitcher-friendly venue in baseball and are undoubtedly one of the worst offenses against right-handed pitchers. Kirby's been up and down. I get that. But listen, here's the thing. There's no denying he's still a good pitcher. Career high 25% K rate this year, 3.4 xFIP. We'll take that all day long. And pinpoint command when he's dialed in. Guy has a 3.5% career walk rate. And if we turn to the prop market, as we always do, 6.5 K prop, 18.5 outs prop, both juiced to the under, but still fantastic numbers. And a 1.5 earn run allowed prop. Honestly, now that I think about it, 9,900 seems a little bit of a discount.
10 of you hopped in the comments yesterday and took the Los Angeles Dodgers, the #1 stack off the back of a double set of 2 home runs. Good for you guys. Had him in DFS, didn't get me anywhere at all, but it's going to get one of you an MLB Sims weekly package just for getting it right. So the wheel is spinning, and the person that is going to get that free week is going to be HGTV89. If this is you, take a screenshot of this video, email support@stokastic.com, and claim your free week.
So there aren't many pitchers, cheaper, lower owned guys that are going to make you feel comfortable tonight, but that's okay. Because some of our best performing pitchers, best leverage spots, best days have been by going to uncomfortable spots, particularly at SP2. That's where it's paid off for us big. And this one's uncomfortable, but it's also not unowned either because it's a 5-game slate. What do you expect? We're not going to Anthony DeSclafani. The matchup for Jeffrey Springs is actually just really solid because the Nats are significantly worse against lefties than they are against righties. It's been that way all season. Listen to these numbers. 81 versus 108 WRC plus. This is lefty versus righty, right? Or versus lefty versus righty. 123 versus 164 ISO. And here's the big one. 19% to 24.9% K rate. That's huge. Talking about the 6th highest K rate versus lefties, 7th lowest K rate versus righties. So based off all of this, I think Springs is just naturally going to become our SP2. Now, if you're looking for a low-owned guy with some upside, some uncertainty, no doubt, but some upside at a sub 7K price point, actually at the same price point today or similar price point, $100 off as Springs, Nestor Cortez would be my guy in this spot. I mean, he's at the very least an interesting play coming off the IL. Dominated his last rehab start, 9 strikeouts, 1 run across 6 innings. Has no restrictions tonight, threw 93 pitches in that one. The only problem here is that Arizona has baseball's 2nd lowest K rate against lefties, and that's never exactly a fun spot to target.
The Guardians certainly didn't work out yesterday, but I truly love the pick for today. I was surprised to see their ownership level. I was honestly surprised to see some of the extra data in the top stacks tool because this team jumps off the page for me. Slightly expensive, but we'll get to that in a second because we need to roster the A's today. I feel like I haven't recommended them all that much. I don't really remember saying many of their names through this video, but today feels like an excellent spot. Let's start it off the same way we always do. We'll take a look at the top stacks tool. Oakland, Oakland, whatever we're supposed to call them right now, whatever city we're making up here, they're the Oakland A's until they're not. And they are the Oakland A's right now. They are second in top stack. They are fifth in top value. That's look, on a 10-game slate, they're not death when it comes to value, but they are in the middle of the pack. They are second in stack score when we combine top stack and top value, but they're just third in ownership, and there are bigger spots out there. That's the appealing part for me. They're not owned nearly as much as I expected them to be in a matchup against Cade Cavalli. Now, I'm guessing most people don't know Cade Cavalli, and you probably shouldn't. He has not appeared in the majors since 2022. He threw 4 innings at that point. He's either been in the minors or been really underwhelming that entire time. He's thrown 74 minor league innings this year with a 4.25 FIP. That is pedestrian, and you shouldn't expect it to be any better when you get to the big leagues. So whether it's righties or lefties, I'm happy to go in either direction for the A's. Now, there's obviously some real bats in this lineup. Butler's there at 4,500. Rooker is there at 5,200. You've got a 5K Langoliers if you want to check off catcher. Urshela is sitting there at 2,500 if you want a third baseman. Hernandez is there as well at 2,800 if you want to save some salary. He's also got the MPE for short and for third, and that says nothing for the lefties like Kurtz at 6,100, who you just kind of feel like you should have, or Soderstrom in at the outfield spot at 4,200. We have plenty of options, and these options are awesome no matter what the scenario is. This season, the A's are 4th in WRC plus against righties. They are the #1 power hitting team in the league, #1 in ISO against righties. Let's take this out of Oakland's park. Maybe that's just clouded. No, it isn't at all. On the road this season, they are 4th in WRC plus and 1st in ISO. Is the park great? Not really. It's certainly a pitcher's park. 91 home run park factor this season to both hands, so it will limit power a little bit. But this team doesn't seem to need any help, and it doesn't seem to matter where they're playing or what they're facing. They're just mashing these guys. Now it's time for the fun part, to build this lineup in the single lineup simulator at Stokastic.com. We've been given George Kirby thanks to Laffy. We also got Jeffrey Springs. He didn't know what I was going to do for the stack, but we are getting a little bit of synergy. Not only do we have Springs, but we have the 5-man Oakland stack. I ended up going with Langoliers in at catcher, Kurtz in at first, Hernandez in at third instead of short, at least for right now, but you have the wiggle room if you want to try to do something. We need that salary savings, because we're also spending $5,200 on Brent Rooker and another $4,500 on Lawrence Butler. That gives us $3,200 to fill out second, short, and outfield, and we do that by clicking complete this lineup to get the optimal plays. I like most of this. We get a 2-man Brave stack. Always happy to get my Atlanta Braves. We get Ozzy Albies in at second. We get Marcell Ozuna in the outfield spot. It's a great way to try to buy a homer. We close that out with a 9-hole Milwaukee Brewers Joey Ortiz. Is that the best way to end a lineup? No, but it's shortstop and anything can happen. And that allows us to spend all of our salary. It allows us to get those Braves. So now we click run lineup simulation to find out, are these guys actually going to work for us? And they are. 29% sim ROI, a 0.2% chance to win, 1.7% chance of a top 10 lineup, and a 30% cash rate. You might not want to spend all of this money on Oakland. Maybe you want to go to a 4-man stack, find a little bit more flexibility, move Hernandez around from third to short. You have plenty of options, and you can do it all in this single lineup simulator. But if you start here, you're starting with the perfect lineup.